Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of the Consistent Genius Podcast. We have the Christmas special. We're here with our dog, Ryan Ebeling. Ryan something Ebeling. What's your middle name?
Christopher.
Ryan Christopher Ebeling, a.k.a. our dog, Wolf Wolf. Shout out to all the fans. Now, welcome back, Matthew.
Yes, sir. What up?
Jeffrey Morabeto.
Yep.
One of the all-time favorite guests.
Facts.
Fan-rated all-time favorite guest.
That's facts. I don't doubt
and
it.
We're back today with the Christmas episode of the podcast. It's December 25th that we're releasing this on. So, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, but Merry Christmas even more.
Some snow.
Yeah,
we have no snow. White Christmas.
Yeah. We don't have white snows anymore, or white Christmases anymore.
It hasn't snowed like at all this year, and when it does, it's nothing.
We had the door open earlier. That's how hot it was, and it's like just nice out,
Wow.
It's t-shirt weather.
I don't mind the weather, but around this time of year, I'd definitely prefer that it's snowing.
I'm not even in Christmas mood yet.
Yeah, I haven't had the Christmas feeling once this year.
Christmas is in less than a week, and I'm just not even thinking about it.
Move the mic a little closer to your face.
Trying to block my face, bro.
Dude, but we have school until 2 days before Christmas. That sucks.
Who?
Us.
No.
Wow, I'm out.
I've been out.
I know, but like on the schedule, it's like up to Friday or whatever.
Yeah, but I feel like exam week is a lot different than any other week. I do think that school that we had on Monday was useless. Why not start exams that day and then let us go on Friday?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be there on Friday. You're not going to either.
Yeah, the only day I had this week was Thursday.
Yeah, I just got to go Thursday.
I used to have tomorrow. That's cute. I remember I had school on Thursday.
I go to double tomorrow.
Ooh, that's ass. I only have one.
How many exams do you have? Did you have this semester?
One.
And I only have two. Well, I have two because I took a class at I don't have to.
Well, I don't know. I just feel like Christmas nowadays, just the whole Christmas spirit, we don't celebrate it. You don't have any elves or anything like that nowadays.
Yeah.
Kind of just,
Oh, wait, I have the elf, Elf on the Shelf?
Yeah, I have an elf too, but I don't do anything with
it. My family has one. My brother and sister believed it until 2 years ago. My mom moves it maybe once a week. It just sits there.
He's a little lazy now.
Yeah,
he's been eating too much.
Got a little lazy.
Something interesting about exams, though. They used to be worth a lot more of your grade. And I know in college now they're still worth maybe 20% of your grade. Sometimes.
Yeah, my brothers were worth 35 this year.
Sometimes they're more.
Wow.
They can get to 50.
Wow. But now in high school, a couple years ago, it was worth 20%. And I heard someone had an anxiety attack or a panic attack or something because they studied too much or something.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, seriously.
What is that? What's study?
I don't think I've studied for a single test.
Yeah, I've never studied this year.
I'll
do it live.
I'll take my GPA without stuttering. I'm not mad.
Yeah, for real.
But they so someone got injured or something, had a little panic attack, and now they're worth, instead of 20, it was 10%. I think that was last year, and now they're virtually nothing.
Yeah, I feel like exams are just kind of a joke nowadays. What are they worth? 10% of our grade?
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah.
If that, because in some classes I don't even think it's not an exam over your whole course. Now we're just doing tests.
Yeah.
The exam's another test.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should go back up to 20-25% area.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
make
not
it a
mad
lot
about
bigger
it,
deal.
though.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm not trying to study for an exam right before break.
It's not bad, but there should be that last drive where you can if you do great, you should be able to bump your grade up.
But I also don't want to ruin my grade.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of opportunities.
reward.
A lot of opportunities at the end of the quarter to raise your grade. You don't need this exam to raise your grade. I feel like a lot of teachers give you an opportunity.
I think high school is super easy because it's high school. It's not challenging.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of teachers kind of baby you still and give you a grade just to help.
It's not like projects are my college. My brother's talking about he has a project. He had to have people come into his apartment and survey them and stuff like that, and go marketing data off that.
Yeah.
I'm just I couldn't imagine having a project like that. Getting come in there record it. He'd record it and everything. And my project is write a paper or do a math problem.
Yeah, it's kind of like a joke because all the in-class work is so easy, and they just give you these handicaps, and they make it so the skill gap in school, and I think I said this before, is so small now. So someone that's stupid could just barely pass by, and someone who's smart is kind of hindering their ability to be the best they could be. Yeah.
I feel like the level of classes people can decide to take kind of determines their skill set. You have people doing the IB diploma, and clearly those people are usually pretty smart.
Yeah. I actually be surprised. There's some IB.
Yeah, there are some people. I have some people in my IB history class who should not be taking an IB class.
Diploma. I'm talking kids in my math class that get it's out of 7. The IB tests are.
Yeah.
You guys have 7. People get 1s consistently.
Yeah.
1 out of 7, which is a 50% or lower.
Yeah.
I wonder what I did a IB English project, and I just wrote down. Literally, I took the book excerpt and I put it on a paper and I read that, and I wonder what I got on it. It was 1 to 7. The teacher always said the 7s were the unicorns. There weren't any.
It's kind of a weird thing to say.
Yeah. Wait, who'd you have?
Miltner.
No.
Great
Yeah.
person. Perfect person. Very nice heart. Kind-hearted person. But, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel like high school is just getting like they're just babying kids now. It's like a participation award now. You know,
Yeah,
it's
so
like
it's like
everything.
skill
Yeah,
gap's not
I
there.
feel like the diploma doesn't mean anything. I feel
Oh,
like
it doesn't.
It's so simple.
They give
to get that
anyone
high
a
school
diploma. Like, and I know it sounds terrible, but like even like special needs kids, they get the same diploma that like he will.
Yeah.
And you know, I promise.
I
he
might
did
get like
more
a
work.
valedictorian or something like that, but like it's
Yeah.
not like that's that big of a deal anyway.
See, that's something
Yeah.
interesting too. There used to only be one valedictorian. You know, my dad, episode 4 of the podcast, in that room over there, he was a valedictorian in his school, and now they have like 15, 20 of them.
Yeah,
maybe
well,
more.
no, more because right now you only need is a 4.1. However, apparently Kaufman is raising it after this year to a 4.3, which I wish is what it was this year. Okay, I'd be standing out if I got a 4.3, but I'd be feeling good about myself.
What do you have right now?
4.35, about to be a 4.4.
That's pretty good. So you'll be a valedictorian.
Yeah, but I wish it was like a 4.3 because now like a lot of kids have above a 4.1. Like you don't want to be like you can take like one AP class a year, one honors class a year, and get a 4.1 GPA versus like a 4.3 is hard to get for the cumulative GPA. Like that's hard to do.
Yeah, that is.
So that's too bad. I don't know. School really they're just babying kids now. Participation awards, just like sports nowadays. You know, you get a little ribbon for participating. A bunch of softies.
Yeah, and like now, and a lot of like my brother, he plays middle school basketball, and it's like fair playing time now, and it's not how it should be.
No way.
On the
Serious?
for the 7th grade car team, it's kind of like that, but cells they have equal playing time for all the 7th graders, which is just not how it should be. The best players should be playing.
That's fact.
You want to win or lose?
Yeah, for real.
Simple as
Like
that.
I don't care if a parent's complaining. The best player should be on the floor.
If your kid's not good, your kid's not good. Deal
Yeah.
with it.
Here, move them like a little like towards, like talk into, like you know what I mean, like put, like move it like
Like this.
straight up and down.
Straight up and down like this.
Yeah. But hey, I went to OSU basketball game last night, and we suck at basketball.
How?
Okay, I want to say we suck. They also didn't
playing-
play for a little over 10
We
days.
were playing. Listen, Youngstown State, and the score did not go above 25 points in the first half.
Yeah, but then they went.
Like what?
What they win by 16, 18?
Dude,
Yeah,
I watched
they
a
ended up
football
finishing
game.
well.
I watched
They
a
had
football game with a higher score the other day.
I mean, was it Big 12 football?
It was was it? What game was it? The one that went into seven overtimes.
Oh, that was so long.
'Cause it was
yeah,
seven
overtimes,
overtimes.
Billy.
What do
That's a
you
lot
expect?
I was
different.
gonna say, hey, I was
That's
gonna
a
say,
rivalry game going to 7 overtimes. I hope it's a higher score than a basketball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
I'm
sorry,
just
don't
saying,
ever make that
OSU's
comment.
not that good.
OSU basketball.
Okay, yeah.
They're playing great
I
this
mean-
year. They're having a great year for considering everyone thought it was
They
going to
were
be down.
they
Yeah,
were
they-
7 for 29 in the first half.
Okay, yes, but before the season started, many people had them as the 11th best team in the Big Ten.
Yeah, and right now
7
they're
for 29.
well,
If you shot 30 free throws, I bet
Dude,
you make more than 50.
you can have an off game.
Okay, yeah, but they're
not
not
bad.
shooting free throws; they're shooting actual shots out there.
These are easy like layups and stuff. They
It's
were
not.
missing.
No,
there.
it's not. It's
They
contested
were.
threes and contested
Dude,
jumpers.
OSU basketball is going above and beyond what they
Yes,
expected.
Chris Holman has
Everyone
done a
expected.
great job running that program.
Yes,
He's
he
completely
has.
turned around. Thad Matta, I mean, I love Thad Matta, but
He was
towards the end of his career,
he was terrible.
He was
He was good his first
he was
10
just there
years.
because it was a legacy.
That's another thing.
OSU basketball's going to come up.
I agree.
And you know, I'm
I
just.
agree, especially with the class they've coming next year. They've got named DJ Carton, 5-star.
Oh.
He's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, that class coming in is
Yeah.
nice.
Listen, I was at the game, like I said, and wasn't anything too special. I thought I could win out there.
Okay, the
balled up.
game before they
You averaged 2
played
points in
Youngstown.
DYA, 1 point in DYA.
Yeah.
You go out there and ball up.
The game
I could've
before
went
they
out there,
played
balled up.
The game before they played Youngstown, they played Bucknell. They only beat them by 2. If you didn't see
Exactly.
that. I mean, hadn't played in 11 days, so they were coming off a long break. I mean,
Hey, coming
a
off
win's a
long
win
break.
though. They're gonna keep them in the top 15.
And another
so.
thing, they have 20 coaches on the floor, 20 guys in suits. I mean, I'm sure one of them is like the water boy. And the
I mean, yeah, they
cowboy,
got
but-
like student trainers and stuff out there too.
yeah. But it's like crazy how many people like are on the floor.
You'd be
in
surprised.
timeouts
Like
and
having the
stuff.
coaches for like each position is nice.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of like dribbling coaches, shooting coaches. Like Kaufman has that now too. And
Yeah.
Kaufman players Kaufman players are getting more skilled each year. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I agree.
Actually.
Well, that's like every sport though. Like people are like football, for example. People are putting in like full year like
Yeah.
round, and like more and more these days, like a person will play one sport.
One sport, I know. Which
know.
I don't know if I like that. you
Yeah,
know?
I'm not a huge fan. Like as a younger kid, like I would like say to my kid, like play as many sports as you want, see what
Yeah.
you like. But like, I mean, I understand at a certain point you get to high school, you might be
Agreed.
like, I want to focus in on this.
1 to
sport,
2
you wanna go
sports,
play.
not all 3
Yeah.
sports. Like I played 3 sports all the way up until high school,
Yeah,
and then I dropped down to 2,
yeah, I was the same.
and then 1. But like if you're like starting out as a kid, unless you're really that good,
Yeah,
you know, unless your kid is like, you know, they're going D1, you know, they're, you know, have a chance to
Yeah.
do that kind of stuff, then I can understand playing basketball. I think basketball's a little different though too. Like basketball year round, it's a year round sport anyways. Like you're playing basketball
Yeah.
all the way until the summer. you have like a 2-month break, 3-month break in basketball to begin with.
Yeah.
So like I completely understand that. But like baseball, I mean, like, you do practices in the winter, but like you're not playing games all year round in baseball.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Well, he had throwing practice a couple times recently.
Yeah,
It's cold out.
that's like training, but like basketball, it's literally like
basketball, you're in the gym all the
Yeah, you
time
could be in the
playing
court all
games.
day.
You got open gyms all the
like
time.
you can do that all the time.
Our boy Nilo Khan was out on the court today, outside.
Yeah,
That's trouble.
It's rough to watch.
There's not very good players out there, but it happens. But
Hey, Colin King, episode 2 of the podcast, or no, episode 3 of the podcast.
I would not suggest watching that one.
what episode is this?
This is episode 9.
I suggest watching episode 9.
Episode 9, and then you were on episode
6,
5 or 6.
5. I think it was.
I think
I think
5.
it was, I don't
I
know.
think it's
Either one,
5.
whichever one I was on. This one, 2 best ones so far. But speaking of sports and football in Ohio State, bowl season coming up right here.
Yeah,
Big
it's
bowl
big
season
bowl
coming up.
season.
Our dog, you have the games written down. Let's hear them.
I do. The first one we talk about is Clemson Notre Dame.
Who do you guys think's going to win that one?
Clemson.
I got Clemson by 14 plus.
I'm going Clemson 14 plus as well. I think Notre Dame, most overrated team every year. I can't name one year where Notre Dame performed to what they were what the Notre Dame fans thought they would do.
They didn't have a conference?
I agree.
Yeah, they're not in a conference. The fact that they're in there, I don't care if they're undefeated. They haven't played anyone good. They don't have a conference. They don't have a conference championship like Ohio State did.
Hey, I will say being undefeated is good. It's good.
Yeah,
Sure,
I mean,
so is UCF though, and who they play?
yeah,
Nobody. There's a
UCF
reason why.
got cheated
There's a reason why
out, I
UCF
think.
isn't. What's the difference between UCF right now and Notre Dame?
Nothing.
yeah.
They haven't played
I
any better teams.
I don't know. That Michigan win, it was impressive.
That's what I'm saying. Not even Ohio State, Georgia over Notre Dame.
Yeah,
That's it.
I think that Ohio State and Georgia should be playing in their bowl game. I think the 5 and 6 teams should play every year to see who
Agreed.
actually should have been first and second out.
Agreed.
I don't want to go watch Ohio State versus Washington. This would be a joke.
Just like when Ohio State didn't make it a couple years ago, and they played like Notre Dame that one year when we smacked Notre Dame in the bowl game. That was a waste of a game.
Yeah, I feel like
No surprise Notre Dame got smacked.
I feel like Notre Dame doesn't show up for big games,
They never do.
for especially bowl games.
They never do.
They just
I mean, the one year where they're supposed to be so good and they got smacked by Alabama with Manti Te'o, a big fake girlfriend guy. Like
Wait,
that was
what?
he said he had a girlfriend and it was like a fake girlfriend. He literally faked having a girlfriend.
That's weird.
Dude's
really
a
never
loser.
heard about that?
Dude's a
No.
loser.
You've never seen the memes?
No, it wasn't all about that.
That's on my Instagram. All you need for a girlfriend is imagination. It's like the rainbow thing, like SpongeBob. It's a picture of Manti Te'o. That was a joke. I'm telling you, I can't. They're so overrated every year. I can't stand it. And Notre Dame fans are the most annoying fans because every year they think they're the best team, and they'll have that disappointment with Kaiser's Kaiser's last year. Terrible.
We all know a Notre Dame fan that is slightly annoying.
Bart.
Oh, no.
Luke Bartimas.
No. Luke Bartimas, shout out, but no.
Who is it?
Mo.
Talking noise at the podcast.
Mo.
Oh wow, Mo, he's throwing shots at you.
He wants to come on the podcast one day.
He's an Ohio State fan, though, so I have to respect him a
he
little
is.
more. I know if he does watch us and he sees him talking trash about Notre Dame, he's going to be sick about it.
Yeah, he's about to beat your ass, Billy.
Dude, the other day he was about to swing on Ebeling. He did swing on Ebeling.
No, it was a joke. I dead ass thought he was serious though.
I know. I was like, oh, I need to break this up.
But,
Can't let our dog get hurt.
But so what's the next game on there? You got
Alabama.
Alabama. We're talk about Alabama,
UCF,
Oklahoma.
LSU.
Should do Alabama, Oklahoma though first.
Yeah.
Go top 4.
LSU wins. Bro.
Yeah, we can go Alabama.
Alabama smacking Oklahoma.
Alabama wins 100%.
I'm taking Oklahoma in this one. I am. I think
You're telling me after Bama beat Georgia.
yes. I really do believe that Oklahoma's going to win this game.
So you're telling me Alabama's defense, right? Strong
Yes.
defense, very strong.
Yes,
defense.
very strong defense.
Great defense.
They haven't played a quarterback like Kyler Murray once this year. They have played
That's
these
fine.
pro style.
That's fine.
And I don't think they can contain them. I truly do not.
Interesting.
Dude, the thing is with Kyler Murray, he can run, but he chooses to throw more than he does run.
Yeah.
So I think
I feel like when the game's on the line, he is always making plays with his feet. A great example is against Texas, like a 70-yard run.
Yeah, that was sweet. I was watching that game. That was sick. Dude, I just don't think a Big 12 team can hang with the SEC team. Last year, Oklahoma did with Baker Mayfield. The defense was better.
Yeah, see, I think the defense, I understand they're terrible, but they showed up when they needed to in that Texas game. They did. And I think with all this talk about how the Big 12 defense is terrible, Oklahoma doesn't deserve it.
Texas offense is overrated, though, too.
agree.
Oklahoma has the best offense by a mile.
But also at the same time, I feel like, I don't
You're
know,
just thinking-
Tua
you're
is
just-
also injured. Tua is also injured.
Dude,
He's still not.
Jalen Hurts is fine.
I personally root for Hurts. I think his story's great.
I think it's a great
but
story.
I think that if Hurts plays, that Oklahoma does beat him.
What's his story?
He started, came out, he got pulled out of the championship game last year for a freshman.
Oh, and
at
then went in and
halftime.
clutched up.
Yeah, the
Okay,
freshman went in,
yeah,
then he
yeah.
started over him, and then Tua got hurt last game against
I heard
Georgia.
about that,
And, yeah.
Okay.
I can see why you take Oklahoma. Like you think like, oh, it's kind of an upset. Oklahoma's got a great offense.
Yeah,
I just don't think a Big 12 team's gonna hang with the SEC team, man. I think the Big 12 is that
I've
weak.
seen that a lot. I mean,
Oklahoma's
I
good,
see
but
the
Alabama's
argument for
gonna
that,
dominate.
but I don't know.
I can see where you're coming from too. I can see why people think Oklahoma's gonna win. But I just think SEC, SEC and Big 10 are more comparable than Big 12 and SEC.
And also, I don't want to see a Clemson Alabama championship again. I don't want to root for that.
Neither do I. That's a good point. Actually, I really don't want to see that. I hate seeing that, but I think it's gonna happen. But
It'll probably happen.
I think Ohio State would have a better chance against Alabama than I think Oklahoma does. Just because I think Ohio State's been there against Bama. I think Haskins will just pinpoint the ball and thread the needle all against Alabama's defense. And Kyler Murray can throw the ball too. Don't get me wrong, but I think that the athletes on
I feel like
Ohio State's offense.
I feel like the style of play between Oklahoma and Ohio State's much different. I think they both are going to fare well against Alabama.
Yeah. I just think Ohio State's defense, which isn't much better than Oklahoma's, but it is definitely significantly better.
I agree.
It's significantly better, but not like anything to brag about.
Yeah.
But I think they would hold up a lot better against Alabama's offense.
Yeah, especially towards the end of the year, Ohio State's defense played much better. Brandon White played well.
Brandon White's a beast, dude.
And Harrison, who came and played well.
I thought the game when he first came in, I'm like, he should be starting.
Yeah.
And then he was right after that. That was nice. And what's the next game on there? UCF.
UCF, LSU.
LSU wins.
I think LSU's gonna smack the heck out of him, dude.
Especially without
The
UCF's quarterback, Mackenzie Milne's out. I think LSU wins.
Now
by
UCF
21
is
plus.
undefeated, but who they play that was big? Who's their best?
Cincinnati or Memphis.
Cincinnati. It says Cincinnati, but then their quarterback got injured. The starting quarterback, who was like the best star player, got injured. So it was the backup quarterback, who's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, he's not bad.
He really isn't that bad.
I mean, I do think UCF they get a little too much credit for going undefeated. I think really
Dude, that's a big
if you're a
accomplishment,
decent team in
though.
that yeah, I mean it is. But that national championship stuff annoys me.
What's
like you didn't
LSU's
win anything.
record?
They are 9-3.
That's tough. Who they
but
lose
they
to?
played to. They beat Georgia. They beat Georgia, didn't they?
They did beat Georgia. They lost to Bama.
Expected. Okay.
I forgot.
I want to say Florida for some reason, but I don't know if that's
I
correct.
don't remember their loss. I remember like watching the games, but I don't remember exactly.
And then
who
they
it was.
lost their rivalry game. Who did they play? I don't know who they played that week, but I do know they lost.
Yeah, LSU's solid. The Joe Burrows is solid. He's not the best out there, but he's definitely a
I
solid
thought
quarterback.
LSU was great when I watched.
Oh, they lost to Texas A&M.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Seventh
yeah.
overtime game.
They got cheated there.
I don't know about
Nah,
cheating.
I don't know about
They
cheated,
did.
I
They did.
think.
They 100% got cheated.
Why?
Because the ball, it was a penalty. Last play of the game, penalty. They put like 2 seconds on the clock, and that's what tied up the game.
How's that cheated?
Well, no matter what, if there's a penalty at the end
That
of the
wasn't a
game,
real
they can
penalty,
run a play. Even if there was 0 seconds on the clock, they would have been able to run that play.
No. They were trying to spike it or something, and they put time on the clock. It was stupid.
Well, it sounds legit to me.
Yeah.
I was watching the game. It looked pretty legit to me.
Yeah.
But either way, that was a great game. I just don't think UCF is going to hang with the SEC team. And
I don't think so either.
I still don't think SEC is the best conference out there, but they're still like SEC, still a power conference.
Yeah.
You think playing against them is still like a threat to anyone's gonna be scared to play an SEC team, especially UCF. Are you kidding me? Come on, like Cincy's their best win. Cincy, another overrated team this year. All those UC students thinking, "Oh, Cincy's gonna be so good. We're so good this year." Luke Fickell is a good coach, but he's nothing special.
Yeah,
I met
agree.
him a couple times.
I don't know if you remember the year Ohio State had him. We didn't really do that well, but
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think about Ryan Day stepping up as the new coach?
I think he's going to dominate. 3-0. He's going to do good.
I think Ryan Day. I think it's gonna take him a little bit, but I don't think we're gonna lose much recruit. Like Urban Meyer's obviously a great recruiter.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a down year of recruiting.
Yeah.
But I think he's a good coach. I think he's gonna get used to getting the head coach, getting like the whole team like in preparation mode.
I agree. I think he can maintain what Urban's been doing.
Agreed.
I really do.
How can you mess that up?
Yeah.
Like
I think he can maintain like the legacy that Urban.
It's
has
so
left at Ohio
secured.
State.
It's so secured. I like him though. I like him. I think he'll be. We can still have Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I'm
It's
a fan.
big.
Especially if they land Justin Fields, getting him and Zach Harrison within a week of each other.
Yeah, Zach Harrison signing. I think Zach Harrison's solid. I don't know if he's number 3 player in the nation.
Number 4.
Number 4. I don't know if he's
I don't
that.
know. Olin Tangi?
Yeah,
Orange. I don't know if I've seen the film. I think he's solid. Thing is, he's a freak athlete. I think he needs to put on some weight. I think if he puts on some weight, some size, if he puts on good 40 pounds, 50 pounds, because he's pretty skinny, he would be a monster.
Yeah, I think a lot of people committing to Ohio State, it's more of the name Ohio State, not the coach Urban Meyer.
Yeah, agreed. Which
100%.
Obviously Urban Meyer helps. Don't get me wrong. But like, it's still like the program.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet. It was like the coaches obviously help with the recruitment, but people go to Ohio State for the program.
Yeah.
Or people go to
100%.
schools for the program.
100%.
But I think Zach Harrison. I think he'd be good. He reminds me of Jesslyn Boateng, big MSU guy now. Shout out to Jesslyn. He's definitely not watching this, but it's okay. But I think he could be a Jess Lord, taller, faster though.
Does Jess Lord play at all?
Special teams, I believe.
I think I think he'll get some PT within the next couple years. Because Michigan State obviously has had some down years now. So
yeah, their quarterback situation at Michigan State is bad. They have 2 terrible quarterbacks.
Yeah,
That's tough.
But what about Florida versus Michigan?
Michigan.
I'll go with Michigan.
Number 1 defense in the nation.
Okay, well, I'm going to take Florida just because Michigan has a couple players skipping the bowl game for the NFL, like Rashawn Gary, which I think is ridiculous. I think you should finish out the season with your team.
That's kind of, I guess he's just salty they got smacked by Ohio State.
Yeah.
You know, but
I mean, like if you start something with your team, I say you
that's
finish
the
it.
difference between Ohio State and Michigan right there.
I agree, yeah,
The whole
like Mike-
buying into the program.
I agree. Mike Weber's a great example. He just declared for the draft, but he's going to stay and finish the.
Yeah, like the whole. I think just buying into the program itself, like.
Wait, you can declare for the draft and then
Skip your bowl game.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like Nick Bosa, his situation is different, but he skipped the rest of the season to focus on the NFL, which I think that I agree with that. No, you don't have to skip the bowl
He was
game.
already injured to begin
Yeah, he was already injured, and like I understand you don't want to get injured again and risk not being a top 10 pick.
I'm telling you though, like naming Ohio State besides Nick Bosa, Haskins still like if he even good, I don't know if he's going pro, but like,
did you see Haskins' comment on Mike Weber's post?
Yeah, saying
one more year, Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Haskins is staying. I really do.
I do too.
But like everyone, like I just think everyone at Ohio State loves the fans, the program, everything. I feel like Michigan players, it's just not the same. I feel like Ohio State players, like Ohio State players prepare weeks. Like the first week they're watching Michigan film, anyways. Like they prepare the whole year. I think Harbaugh is just not doing so well with the Ohio State rivalry. I think obviously not minus just the record. I think he just doesn't understand.
Yeah, I don't. His
Understand
approach is just I don't agree with what he does there.
Like you go to Ohio State, you just you play a football team, you despise Michigan more than anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. Michigan, like I feel like they do, but like you don't see like blocking out the O with like an X. Something like Ohio State, you block all the M's, stuff like that. Like I go to like neighborhoods around here in Dublin, and all the M's are crossed out with the X on the neighborhood's signs.
So it's
like
a culture thing.
It's a culture thing. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, everyone buys into what Ohio State does. Like I'm not even an Ohio State fan, but like you can see clearly that everyone buys into the program.
Like Haskins, and like I think even Haskins versus JT Barrett, I think Haskins has more of a love for Ohio. He at least shows more of a love for Ohio State than JT Barrett does, which I like. I appreciate. Because he's always like tweeting out like, "Oh, I love the fans," blah blah blah, like tweeting out like at the fans, which is great.
So Haskins, is he a junior now?
He is currently a junior.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's why he can declare if he wants to.
Is he? I think, or is he? Yeah, he's a junior. So he
Yeah.
can declare, but he can stay as well. And I really think he's gonna stay. I think that's big.
Yeah. I don't know. Because like I can see why he'd declare because his stock is pretty high up there right now. But at the same time, I think he could come back and do even better than what he did this year.
Only thing is, yeah, because he would go. What do you like above top 10? Like he wouldn't even go top 10. I don't think.
Right now they have him as number 10 going to the Giants.
10. See, and I don't think if I were him, I'd be like, I can get number 1.
Yeah.
Who's the Giants got the receiver?
Odell?
Yeah.
Him, Odell, and Saquon Barkley would be. I
Who's
think
that, the running back?
that's an instant
That'd be an
playoff team next
absolutely
year.
disgusting team right there.
I agree. I think
Giants suck this year.
You know,
Though, right?
Yes,
the
they
defense,
are
the defense
very
isn't great.
Yeah, defense isn't great. I mean,
They just
Eli
lost
Manning.
Eli Apple.
I respect Eli Manning, but
needs to get out.
it's time to hang it up.
Manning's not that good.
It's definitely time to hang up the jersey.
Yeah,
Hang
he's
up
been
the
going on for a little
cleats.
too long now.
But I think
Hey, like we did.
yeah, exactly. I think Haskins could stay another year. I think he needs more experience to begin with. However, speaking what if Justin Fields, big open transfer guy, just now declared he could transfer somewhere else.
Exactly.
Where's he from?
He's from
Georgia.
Georgia.
And he is a beast.
And I feel like the only reason he'd be transferring is if he knows Jake Fromm's staying all 4 years. Because
Yeah.
if he's gonna transfer and has to sit out anyways,
Fromm sucks.
yeah, I don't like Fromm.
He's terrible.
Like-
I think Fields is starting over him now.
I agree. But Fields, I think wherever he goes, he'll be an instant starter if he is eligible, because he can apply to be eligible, but I'm sure he'll get denied.
Thing is, so if Haskins does leave, and then Fields comes to Ohio State, take Martell versus Fields.
I think Fields would be much better than. I'm not a big fan of Martell personally. I don't think he should ever play quarterback at Ohio State.
I think people are sleeping on Martell.
Really,
man.
I believe there's so much hype around
Did
Martell.
you see him in high school, man?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a much different game. I don't think.
But it's not even like he was playing against like the bad dude. He was playing against like top teams in the nation.
Yeah.
And I'm talking absolutely obliterating them.
Yeah.
Number 8 team in the nation. They beat him. He had like dropped like 60 on him, 63 on him. He was starting dimes, dude. I think he's.
I mean, when he did come in the game this year, he was really good. I mean, of course, it was garbage time, but like he looked good. But I don't know. I think that if Justin Fields does come in, I think they name him the instant.
I think that'd
starter
be the
list.
competition of the freaking decade.
Right.
I think that'd be a great competition to watch. I would love to go to practice and just watch them compete. I think that'd be awesome. At that point, I think it's also who's a better leader.
The only thing I see is Martell might already have that leadership quality, and everyone buys into him.
With the team.
Yeah, like Fields will be a new guy coming in from Georgia, but then you have Martell's already been there for a year.
He's got to buy into the program. Wait, can't you not even play the first year you transfer?
Yeah, unless you're a graduate transfer, which he is not, you cannot play. You can apply for you can make a reason as to why you're transferring and why you should be able to play, which I've seen things saying that he might be able to apply for something I don't know what it was, but I don't think it's going to pass. I think he's going to get denied.
So if Haskins does go, it's going to be Martell then.
Yeah, it would be Martell for a year if he does get denied.
What year is Martell?
He's a
sophomore.
Yeah, redshirt
sophomore.
Yeah, so, and Martell would be there. He'd be able to play for 2 years. He's not going to the draft anytime early. So.
I think he's a beast, but maybe I just haven't seen him. I don't know. I think if he gets his throwing down a little bit better, which he's still pretty good at it, and he can make plays on his feet, just like GT.
The only downside.
He's like Johnny Manziel. He's Johnny Manziel.
Yeah. The only downside I see to Martell is he is a little small. His size,
How tall is he? 6 foot.
Yeah.
How tall is Johnny Manziel?
I don't know. I personally don't think he's Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel was great.
Hey, it's not the NFL. It's not NFL.
Yeah,
Speaking of looking a little small, R-Dog, you been in the weight room recently?
Of course.
Kind of bursting out of your shirt right there.
Hey, so are you lifting now since you committed? Is that why?
Big commit. Ohio Wesleyan.
And also, I'm trying to get my velocity up as well. I'm trying to throw harder. So I figured get in the weight room, see what happens.
See what happens.
So you put on some weight yet or no?
Yeah, I got 4 pounds in 2 weeks. So.
Really? That's solid.
That's a lot.
That's solid.
So.
Yeah,
have you been eating more or are you?
Yeah, eating a lot more, 3,500 to 4,000 calories.
See his,
That's what I did.
You see his tweet?
Yeah.
He's officially committed.
Yeah, I was saying congrats.
Yeah, he texted in our group chat.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah. See, when I was trying to put on weight, I put on 30 pounds in 3 months. So it's definitely if you just eat, I eat 4,000 calories a day.
Yeah. I'm eating everything.
You should get a big thing that people do is mass gainer shakes.
Yeah,
protein shakes.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about mass gainer.
You can get 1,000 calories in one shake.
Yeah.
Which is say you eat 2,000 calories, you're a little short, 2,500.
Yeah.
Drink that real quick, put up 1,000 calories. Yeah. Get up to what you want. Maybe you can add some stuff in there too. If you do it with milk, it's around 1,000. If you add oats, stuff like that in there, you can get even higher.
Yeah, because right now I'm close to 175. I'm trying to get to 185, 190. That's where I want to be.
185. What are you doing right now?
I'm 173 right now.
You're 173. Oh, you are kind of tall.
How's the depth chart at Wesleyan?
There's no lefties on their roster for pitching. We'll be the only lefty next year unless someone else commits.
That's pretty big.
So
quick some PT, maybe freshman year.
Yeah, so I'm hoping so, and I think the weight room that's also a big thing. They're big on the weight room at Ohio Wesleyan, so I might as well start now. So I'm close to being caught up.
There's a rack in the weight room says R-Dog above it now.
Yes, there's not. I promise you.
Maybe you should ask for some protein shakes for.
Yeah, I bought some protein powder actually.
Really?
Yeah, I bought some vanilla whey protein.
You should get for Christmas. Big Christmas gift. You should go with the mass gainer.
Yeah, that would be good. Because right now I'm also on creatine right now.
Creatine's big time.
Yeah, so I started creatine.
Gets the water flowing.
You can tell Billy has a lot of experience. He's pretty muscle guy. Rocking the tight
big muscle guy in the weight room once a week.
Rocking the tight shirt.
Yeah,
Billy, how often you get in the weight room?
Is that a medium?
This is a large, I think.
Looks like a medium. I think it's a medium.
It's definitely not a medium.
It's a medium. It's different. It's a small medium.
Yeah. No.
It looks like that strength coach from Northwestern.
No, not even close. Strength coach from Northwestern is actually strong. That's the difference.
Yeah, that dude's
I've never
massive.
seen him. But no, I was in the weight room and dude, benching even 135 now. It's that's tough. Dude, I used to be able to bench 300 pounds, but now it's just
I see 225.
I mean, yeah, but I feel I read this thing saying once you start lifting that strength comes back within a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And every time I'm kind of on and off my lifting. Every time I lift for a month straight, I'll get really close to my old max, and then I'll stop lifting.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back down, and then it'll come back up really fast though too. I feel like you're there and you get back down, but it's pretty easy to get back up, like you're saying, and then after that you're just
this is the first time where I've seriously been in the weight room 3 times, 4 times a week.
Yeah, I've been seeing.
And my squat has increased.
What are you squatting now?
Right now I'm at 285, 295.
Dang, that's
but
my
I
squat.
started at 225.
Mine was 355. I have to get back up there, but that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
solid for
I
a
think
squat.
my highest ever was like 375, dude. Like,
I'm actually
I've
I'm good
never
at squat.
liked
I have small
Yeah.
legs, strong legs. I don't know why.
Yeah. Like like naturally your legs are stronger than your arms. But like compare like a ratio, like my legs are much stronger than my arms are.
Yeah, oh yeah. I used to like squat more than like a lot of people on the football team. It was weird. And like actually, like I was in 1,000-pound club. I was chilling, but like
Yeah.
my squat carried me.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I want my squat
bench
to get
was
up
where
to
it's
like
at. Freshman year, I was
400.
benching like 250.
Yeah, because your dad got you pretty big,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Not even like I just had like raw strength.
But speaking of Christmas presents, maybe some masking, or what are some kind of presents you guys would get for you guys want, and some of the presents you would get for maybe a female you got in mind or something like
Female.
that.
Huh. Episode 8. Libby Nimic.
Yeah, we're doing a guy version of their episode.
Yeah. So for girls, I mean, bitches love
What?
necklaces.
Who does?
Girls love necklaces, bracelets, rings, like Pandora.
Yeah, I feel like they like some like personal shit too, like getting like a
Oh,
photo
dude.
album or something.
Yeah, photo album pictures. You know those like
You genius, great
you
idea.
know the
Hopefully
yeah.
doesn't
automatic
watch.
frame. Like it's like
Yeah, I
not
think
automatic,
sick. Yeah,
what do
no.
you call it?
Oh yeah,
Electric.
yeah.
Yeah, it
not
switches.
electric.
It switches. No, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a picture frame, right? But the picture's like
It's a computer almost.
yeah, it is. It's
I feel like they appreciate like some handmade stuff too.
Oh,
like
yeah, if you
like
make
make
them,
your
like, a
own photo
card.
album, like
You think? I thought you were saying like arts and crafts kind of shit.
Oh, nah, or like I don't know, buy like a
a
picture
coupon
frame
book.
and toss a couple cute pictures of you in there with them.
coupon
done-
book, dude.
I've done coupon.
I'm telling you. Have you done that before?
You say
I
coupon
hope you're
book?
not thinking what I'm thinking.
Dude, if you say some fruity shit like a
No.
free hug, I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah, it's not.
It,
free.
like that's
The
like the
coupon book-
PG version. But
Yeah, he's thinking of like the.
Yeah, I mean, Bill, I know what you're thinking of, but like that's a dirty mind you got there.
Yeah, that's a real dirty mind there.
I'm just saying.
I'm just
Listen,
I'm just saying
Hey,
too.
I'm just saying.
But like at this point, see, after a couple of years, it gets pretty difficult to find presents
Like
that they'll like. Like I've gotten every type of jewelry you can think of. I'm talking.
Hey, I'll
actually,
tell
I've
you-
gotten earrings.
I'll tell you
actually,
something.
but
Bitches love socks.
That's a good point. $3
Yeah.
socks.
Dude,
$5
$1
socks.
socks at Target.
Yeah.
The puffy one, the fluffy
Fluffy.
something.
Yeah, that's a
you
good
know,
point.
something like that.
So I don't know what their issue with socks is, but I don't,
Or like,
I'm not a
dude,
big sock guy.
pillows, blankets, dude. I got these. There's this blanket. I bought 3 of them as gifts. They're like these huge blankets. You can put them on your bed, but they're super soft.
Like the plush
blankets.
blankets.
You probably felt it before.
Probably.
No, it's like I don't know what plush is, man. It's just like it's just a blanket.
Like some super fluffy blankets.
It's not fluffy. It's like soft.
Man, why'd you say soft like that, you freak?
'Cause it's soft. He's saying it
It's
softly.
soft, yeah. But it's really nice. It's at Tuesday morning, and bitches love blankets.
That's true. That's a good point. But like I was talking to Hannah today, and I was like, see something like my stepdad got my mom like an Apple Watch, like you can get like a new phone, all that kind of stuff. But like, first of all, I'm not married. Second of all, I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, that
you
kind of
know?
money. That
Like I don't
You
get that
can
kind
get
of
her-
money. Like,
you-
I don't go to Jerome. I
Yeah.
gotta call.
Dude, wanna know something
parents don't.
funny? A picture of you on a shirt. That'd be funny.
yeah, funny, not like a good gift.
Like, oh, is it a joke? It's good stuff.
Yeah, where the hell's my gift at?
Like, take this shit back.
Yeah, that's a cute little gift.
No, that's just weird.
Or like, dude, Matthew Morabeto bobblehead.
I'm not passing that one.
That'd
Yeah,
be
I
funny
don't
too.
know
It's
that
a
Man.
little too late for that.
Yeah,
It is
But
late
like
for
as a
that.
guy, I feel like I like give me like a nice watch or something.
Nice watch,
I'll take a
Jesus,
watch.
man, it's $200.
Gee, I said it just gotta look nice. It doesn't have to be real.
Yeah.
Like you can get all those on. You find those like find a bunch of like cheap, nice watches. I see all those like all my YouTubers that I watch. I always have like pull up some ads saying like, "Oh, get these nice watches."
Yeah.
But
Movement watch.
I feel like just shirts, sweatshirts.
Yeah, true. I love a nice sweatshirt.
I
Give
love
me-
so a crew neck. I love
Yeah,
I love the
yeah,
crew
give me
neck.
like a nice sweatshirt,
I want to
yeah.
get more.
I'm trying to get a bunch of crew necks.
You guys seen the
but,
one in the Rock Shop, the gray one that just says Kaufman on it?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm a big
Those
fan
are
of
sold
those.
out,
right?
They're $20. I'm gonna have to buy one.
20.
They're
That's
sold
it.
out.
Yeah, and they're pretty nice. They're
You know,
comfortable too.
I was gonna buy
I
one.
might
They don't
have
make a
to.
2X. So,
Maybe you should just lose some
Start hitting the weight room more.
dude, like it's my shoulders, man. I can't fit in. I
Go
can't.
hit that core.
Hey, this is like a medium, so it's whatever.
It is a medium, so you can get like I'm a large.
I'm a
large.
Yeah. Oh, no, someone said the XL fit, but like I like sweatshirts to be a little bigger, so I have some
So do
wiggle
I.
room.
Yeah.
I like my clothes a little baggier to begin with when it
Yeah,
comes to
I
like.
agree. Yeah, unless I'm in the weight room, I'm trying to look shredded out.
Yeah,
Wear some
yeah.
baggy
I'm gonna
clothes.
start wearing.
I had to wear
I'm gonna start
one of
wearing
them I wear
tight
like
shirts.
extra smalls,
Yeah.
show off the guns.
Yeah, facts.
But
You
yeah,
guys, you guys get your tickets?
For what?
The gun show. Hey.
God.
all right, so cut that out.
Yeah, so we're gonna edit that one out.
All right, big edit guys now.
Dude, speaking of guns, Fortnite. this is arguably one of the best Fortnite squads you could put together in the Columbus area.
Give us any 4th, we still win.
Yeah, that's facts.
You could give us like.
You can give us Nilicon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give us a deadbeat and we'll still win in the game.
Yeah, we're pretty nasty. I think we have 2 PC players, 1 Xbox player.
Or PS4, depends on the day. I'll hop on either one.
Do you have your accounts like linked?
I do not. Andrew made a separate one on the PS4 account, but I mean, I could link them if I felt like it. But I also want to kind of start my stats over again.
So about Fortnite though, the new game mode came out today. Fortnite's been pretty dead. It was around this time last year.
Yeah, this was the best time to play last year.
Season 7 did revive it, and lots of people are coming back because I see a lot of noobs.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like around the start of every season, people come back, but I feel like Season 7 people have are going to stay with it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
At least through break, I believe.
The season's awesome with planes, dude. I love the planes.
Yeah. This time last year was definitely the best time. I get home, I get like the chills when I turn on Fortnite, dude. Yeah. Like I'd be so.
We had a
hyped
snow day last year. I got on at 5 in the morning, did not stop playing until 7 o'clock at night.
Wow. Yeah. No, it was addicting last year. Like way more than it is now. It wasn't as frustrating. I used to whenever I would die in Fortnite, I was nowadays I'm like, this game sucks. Back then I used to be like, I can't even say that because this game's sick. I can't even say this game sucks.
I mean, terrible. I still love the game. Like I did when BO4 came out, I played BO4 for probably a month, and now I'm back on Fortnite and
pretty quick.
Yeah.
This new update, so it comes out with a new game mode.
It does.
The classic game mode. All classic items and guns from season 1 and 2, aka the best 2 seasons.
See, this is what it was either you or it's someone we
know.
Tyler.
Tyler was saying he was saying old map and old settings though too.
He was saying that. Oh, is it the new map?
I believe I think the old map should have come back 100%.
If they were to do Tyler said there should be a whole on the game mode where it says pick your mode, like creative now, battle royale, or save the world. I think there should be a whole other one for classic, like season 1, season 2, to where it's that old map, old settings like shotgun settings and everything, like old sounds, all the guns, like old music.
It'd be cool if it could recognize who played in season 1, season 2, and only let those people choose.
No, that's stupid.
I think they should do it. If you weren't playing the game back then, what's the point of playing that mode?
No,
I
couldn't do that.
Okay, Billy did not play season 1 and 2. That's the only reason he's saying
no,
this.
I made my account season 1.
I'm talking like when turbo boating was barely even good.
Yeah,
too. Turbo boating kind of sucked.
Yeah, I'm talking about when I first started the game, I did not build whatsoever.
Yeah,
and, you could still possibly win.
I still don't build whatsoever.
Yeah,
I don't build very much.
That's why you're capped off talent wise.
Yeah,
both of you guys, you too.
Hey, no, my talent's through the roof. My shot's better than Billy's.
But
that's false. Okay.
My shot is better than Billy's, and
that is false. I have more kills than you and less wins.
What? You have more kills than me?
I
have over 6,000 kills in
squads. I have over that.
No, you don't. However, one thing I do like is they brought back the old SCAR sound when you're shooting the gun. That just brings back some nostalgia right there.
Yes.
It's playing the games.
Can we get a quick soundbite of that? How's it sound?
It's more like
if you played, you might know.
It's more like I forget what does it sound?
I honestly have no idea.
Let's hear it.
I heard someone else shooting the gun and I recognized the SCAR sound, but I don't know how to do it.
I heard our dog popped a chub when he heard the old SCAR sound.
I mean, low key, yeah.
I just miss the days where building I like build battles, but I wish I miss the days where all you do is build a stair in a wall.
Yeah,
stair in a wall and you shoot at them.
Yeah, sometimes I shoot one shot at you from 200 meters away. The dude starts building a whole tower. What's wrong with you?
Dude, I used to build.
That's Billy. Billy just starts building everywhere.
I used to build one stair, one wall, and that's when no one built those. So I'd be the only person that ever had any protection. So it used to be you get to shoot off and you lose, shoot off, you lose. Yeah. I used to do that, and no one could ever hit my head ever. They'd never be able to hit me. It was so. That's when I was getting 5 wins a day. Dude.
Yeah.
I was popping off.
But now kids are so. It's similar to everything in life. The skill gap is being lessened and lessened because it's easier to learn how to build.
Because there's no new components in the game that you have to learn. Everything's been building's been the same the whole time.
The planes, dude, are a huge dynamic.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things on Twitch where one dude will land tilted. There's a little spot next to tilted where you can go grab a plane. He'll come get him and they'll just take out tilted.
Me and him use the plane a lot in duos. We would land at the airport and we would take off right away. So let's say the plane was flying on the whole left side of the map. We would go to the right side of the map, loot something where no one was even near it,
and then just go bounce
fly
around
Pleasant. The plane because
that's a good idea.
Me being on PC, I can aim the plane pretty well.
Yeah,
and
I can't do that. My aim with a gun is just much better than aiming with a plane, so it worked out well.
I can get at least one person down, then we just jump on them. And
that's actually a good idea. We should do that. We should do that after this in squads, actually.
Yeah, I'm down. And the Infinity Sword. I am
glad
they took that out. Yes.
That was kind of stupid.
I respected how Fortnite tweeted, we fucked up.
Hey, we did get a win with it, but I only got 1 kill.
Yeah.
The other
well,
kills
yeah,
were
and then
with my
the
gun.
last two I sniped when you're gonna get them.
Yeah.
So like it was cool.
I was
I
like running out of
Yeah, like the Infinity Sword was ridiculous. It was so OP.
I think they kind of messed up with that, but like you said, at least they admitted it. But I think if Fortnite wants to come back, like it really, they're not even getting small. Like, they're getting a lot of.
Yeah, I
new
feel like they're just
users.
kind of just.
Dude,
But
they
the thing
grow
is,
every day,
It's
man.
becoming more of a child's game. in my
Something-
Yeah,
opinion.
there's some components that they've been adding, and it's like,
And they need. I really think they should get rid of. They're making the map bigger, and I think again like you sent a picture of a 9-kill game. Like
yeah,
it's like a big deal now. Like a 9-kill game now.
Yeah.
Like for like a typical player is hard to do.
yeah, it's hard to come by that many people.
My
now.
wins are like 4 to 5 kills, which is
Yeah.
embarrassing. I used to drop like 10 pieces every single game.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think all
And-
the locations. I heard that's what ruined. What game did that ruin? Either PUBG or what's the other one? PUBG or
H1Z1.
I think I heard that. I think they ruined H1Z1
Yeah.
because because they added too many points of location. You
Yeah,
know.
I think they need to take the
POI points of interest.
Yeah, points of interest.
The
They-
points of interest. They need to take some away. There are so many you can just land at and get.
way too many.
Season 3 POIs are good because that's when Tilted was added, and Tilted was like
Yeah.
the place.
No,
like,
even before that, it was still better though.
Yeah.
When they
Like
had like
before that,
it used to be
though?
Pleasant Park. Used to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
Tilted.
yeah. I was about to say sometimes I'll land at Pleasant and there's nobody there,
Yeah, that's
and
fun stuff.
I had never
Dude,
seen that
Fatal
before.
and Pleasant Park were the two biggest places back then. That's why I used to always love
Yeah,
Fatal.
no
'cause
one goes to Fatal.
Fatal used to be lit. You go Fatal, you're the only one there.
There should
Yeah.
be a max of probably 10 like areas because that's 100 divided by 10 is 10, so at least 10 people at every spot.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Along
I
with the
miss
small
Moisty Meyer
locations.
very much. I want Moisty
Moisty
back so
Meyer, dude.
badly.
Moving on. Edit that out.
I was
Yeah,
a
moving on, moving on.
huge fan of Moisty. That was
Probably
okay.
probably the worst.
I'm not saying they should bring Moisty back.
Anarchy Acres,
No,
man?
I think they should
Oh.
too. I was thinking about it actually. I'm like they kind of should bring it back. Actually, I don't really like.
I was a huge fan of the addition of Lazy
Paradise is probably the most dry place in the whole entire map too. Like, no one
Paradise,
goes
that
Paradise.
whole area
Paradise
should be
Palms,
gone.
That's tough.
I think that area should be gone.
No one goes there.
Yeah.
I
It
don't.
was such a big like update. and
I
it was
don't
just
like the
trash.
desert biome either very much. Like
Is
I
the whole
understand why
map
they
snow
did it.
now? That's what I
What?
heard was happening.
What?
No.
Whole map is gonna be snow.
The whole map is not snow.
I heard
as
it's
of
gonna
today.
happen. I heard it's gonna.
Okay, I haven't heard much about that, but
I think they should have the whole map snowing, but I don't know about snow all over the map. Like,
yeah,
if they had like animation, like I thought last Christmas, I wanted them to use a snow map last Christmas.
Yeah.
I was like, I hope they do that, and they did it. But now we have it. I don't know if I like it as much.
yeah.
I don't really like the snow biome that much, being
Yeah.
honest.
And what I do not want them to do is take cut it into 4 different parts of the map and then have a different biome on each
That would
part.
suck.
I'm not.
Oh,
And
I know what
what
you
I've
mean.
been hearing is that it seems like they're gonna do that.
What are they gonna have? What else can they have? What are the
I heard in the
biomes
top
there?
left. Well, right now in Paradise, there's grass areas growing in Paradise, so they think a forest is gonna come back to that again.
I hope so.
I was
you
listening.
think-
You guys know Courage?
Yeah.
Courage JD or whatever.
Yeah, he was talking about it, and so he thinks that that's become a grass area, and then he said the top left is gonna become a different type of biome. I'm not sure what he said, but
What other kind of biomes are there?
I have a question. Do you guys think so? PUBG
Rainforest maybe? Like, I
Yeah.
can't think of anything.
a rainforest would be kind of sick.
I would like that.
I wouldn't mind.
PUBG has a couple different things. So they do like you can join one server and it'll be like clear day, and then you can join another server, it'll be rain. Do you think Fortnite should do something like that?
No,
I don't think so at all.
I really just miss same grass color everywhere,
Yeah,
same
I
pine
agree.
trees everywhere. Like when
Really?
the Tilted update came out, that's when
Yeah.
they added like
Yeah, like I
new
remember the first time
grass.
I hit the map and it was just like 4 different shades of green. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I miss just the old map. Season 1 and 2 map. 2 best seasons of all time in Fortnite.
I
I'm
agree.
telling you. If they
Really?
brought those back, dude, the amount of people that would go back and play that game would be insane.
Yeah,
Like they would
I
Well,
agree.
dude, like
they wouldn't lose
And also, yeah, they wouldn't lose anyone
yeah,
new
they
because those
wouldn't
people
lose-
have never experienced that map.
They wouldn't lose anybody. They would gain people at that point. That's
well,
what
they're
they would
still
do.
getting people. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
that's what I'm
every
saying,
day
like,
they're gaining people, but like
they would
also
they would
you're-
have a massive
they're
like,
also
jump
losing a lot of people.
Yeah, they're losing people because of that, because of the updates they're making. Which I can understand why they're making updates, but I think it'd be cool just to have one mode with all new updates and keep updating it, and one
agree.
mode just straight up classic Fortnite.
I agree.
You know, and it's not like PUBG. I think it was PUBG that had or H1Z1 that had 2 different maps, and they ruined the game doing that apparently. But the difference is they didn't have a big enough player base that Fortnite
Yeah.
does, fan base, to where Fortnite can have 2 different maps and they'll still be fine. They'll have enough players to play both.
well, that's
Yeah.
an interesting thing because Fortnite right now they have what 6 or 8 game modes. There's like solos, duos,
There's 8.
quads already.
Yeah,
But then there's
they
like
brought. There's
what
a.
else
New,
is there?
has there ever been teams of 33, or is that a new one? That
No,
can't.
I don't think
it
there
was today.
There
I
was
saw it.
25, 25, 25, 25. I
They have
thought.
teams of 33 now,
Pretty cool.
and I don't know if it's like just normal play, but like
See, I never liked that 50v50 or whatever. I thought that was
I don't.
stupid.
It was fun to play actually if you wanted to drop a bunch
Yeah.
of kills.
Just
Yeah.
warming up,
and
maybe.
warming up, yeah,
Yeah.
warm-ups. I
Shooting
used it
a
for
lot.
warm-ups. That's
Yeah.
all I used it for.
Yeah, one of my favorite videos is of 50v50. You ever seen the one of Smokey K? Where he's taking
Hey,
out the
this
whole,
this
taking
guy
out
favorite
everybody.
videos over here.
Yeah, he takes out like 20 dudes. He's the only one left. It's great.
That's not hard in 50v50, man.
You can take out all 20 dudes in one area.
Yeah.
20 versus 1.
Yeah, Scar, give me it.
Oh
Post
my
up.
God.
Listen. I'll tell you.
You couldn't even
Wall,
take me
stare.
and you couldn't even take me and Beto in a 2v1.
Okay, I've 2v1 both of you before, so.
Do you
that's
really
just
want
a
to do this?
fact.
Do you
Okay,
really wanna do this?
I'll
Do you
put
really wanna do
$5 on
this?
it.
I've done it.
I'll put
Best of
$5
7,
on
I'll
it,
put $5 on it.
So will I.
Best of 7. 1v1 me for 10.
Best of 7.
I'm playing best of 7, 2v1. and-
Best of
and
7.
We'll beat you. $5 on
Best
it.
of 7, 1v1, $5.
Okay, I'm down.
I'm betting too. So if you lose, then you owe us both $5.
No, just me and him. 1v1.
Just you two? No. 2v1 we're doing.
No, 1v1 me and him.
No, it's a 1v1 bet, but 2v1.
No, wait.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. 1v1 fight.
My shot will destroy you.
That's false.
Because you're going to start building. I don't have to build with you. I can sit at the bottom and wait for you.
The thing is, I don't build either, so I'll be at the bottom too.
Okay. Yeah, but your shots look okay. It was a better shot, Beto.
Building on PC is a better shot. I'm not gonna.
No.
Ah.
1v1 in building. I actually lose the 1v1 building like consistently.
It just happens. I'm just good like that. Listen, speaking of better shots, the United States, at the end of this week, I think, they're enacting a ban on bump stocks. And to some capacity, they were like banned before. I think you couldn't like buy them or whatever. But now, like, if you have it, you have to destroy it within 90 days, or that's like.
Okay, explain to
illegal.
people what bump stocks are.
Bump stocks are so right now it's illegal to have a machine gun that'll automatic fire in the United States. Can't do that. Now semi-automatic is okay. Bump stock it like moves, so when you fire one, the kick will push it back against you and fire it against a boom, 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 boom,
okay.
boom. So you only have to pull the trigger once, but the kick is what's firing the other shots, right?
Okay.
So that essentially makes it a fully automatic gun, which is not allowed. So they banned those. That's going to be out, and that's like a big milestone.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Trump
I personally
administration.
don't mind that. I mean, of course,
do-
I feel like a lot of these things don't affect me because I don't own a light
Yeah.
machine gun. But like, I don't mind kicking back on that.
Yeah,
getting rid
and
of it.
while I'm pro gun, I never really understood the bump stock anyways. Like that was for me, that was kind of like a trade off for like making like the liberals happy. You
Yeah.
know, it's like they always
'Cause,
like
like-
complain about not having, banning guns, but they always complain about bump stocks was like the main thing they argued about. So if this satisfies them for a while and they shut up for a little bit, I'm just fine with
Yeah,
that.
I will say, like, if I had like a fully automatic gun or like a pistol, like you can pull a pistol like da 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 da. You can fire.
My trigger finger is
I have
nuts.
videos of me
My
doing
trigger
that.
finger should be illegal itself. Like they just made me cut off my finger. It's so good with the trigger finger. So either way, that's fine. You know.
Yeah, I just don't think like. I agree with what you said. Like it's like a trade off. There's not a big effect that it would even have.
Is bump
like,
stocks
in
really
situation.
is it really that popular either? Like you know, like
For
people-
gun enthusiasts, gun enthusiasts might have one. Maybe it depends.
Yeah,
like
I
I
mean-
know a couple gun owners with 20 plus guns that don't, and that's the thing.
I like shooting guns. It's fun, but
Yeah.
like I don't necessarily need a bump stock.
Yeah, like I mean, I agree that there should be like some type of like restriction on guns, but like people saying get rid of all guns, it's not possible.
Do you think that's impossible? Do you think every household in America should have a gun? Because that's what I think.
I think it's your choice. I think
Yeah.
if you want one,
Well,
then
yeah,
yes.
like-
I think it's great protection.
I would
And
never.
then
I would never.
I
live
think you should
somewhere-
give the teachers the decision if they want to be armed. They should
Mr.
be allowed.
Patton is a prime example of a teacher at Coffin that I would trust with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a badass.
Medicine's not a good one too.
Yeah, but
Like,
Patton, like
Yeah, I mean, I
like,
think
I
you
think-
should run
I think-
background checks on teachers first to make
Agreed.
sure
Well,
everything's
they have
okay.
to run a background check when they hire them. It's a teacher.
Yeah, I mean,
first of all, to get a gun, people don't understand how hard it is to get a gun. My mom went through the process of getting her license. It is a pain in the ass, let me tell you. And to get a gun, on the other hand, people act like it's so, you can just walk in a store and buy a gun. It's not like that.
yeah, I
It's
feel like,
pretty
I feel like
getting-
especially on
getting-
media nowadays,
I will
people
say
are like it's so easy. Like
it's easier to buy it in Virginia because my grandparents had to buy a gun short notice, and they just crossed the state line and bought it
Really.
really
Like,
quick.
I can
I
see-
think they had to wait 1 week actually.
And that's like the 1 week they're just like sitting down, farting around, trying to see, oh, like, should we give it to this person? No, they're actually doing like extensive checks behind them and make sure they can get the gun too. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not just like a GTA walk in the store and buy
Yeah.
a gun. You know,
Yeah,
that's
can't
not
do
how
that.
it is.
yeah, I agree.
Well, then again, that seems to say like if they did ban guns, the criminals are still going to go on the black market and get
And
the
get
guns.
Yeah, I agree.
The GTA way, they're
It's
going to walk
exactly-
in, buy it.
Dude,
You know,
drugs are legal.
Yeah.
People are
sell
getting drugs all
yeah.
the time. You know, like
Dude,
it's not hard to make a gun. First of all,
around
yeah.
here, what heroin epidemic?
Epidemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge here, man.
Yeah, especially in downtown
It's illegal.
Columbus.
It's illegal, but
it's huge.
I wonder how they're getting it. You know, if let's ban all guns, no one's gonna get guns. It's not how it works.
Yeah.
It's just not how it works.
Yeah,
it
like
really
people
isn't.
saying ban all guns, it's just not possible.
At that point, it's just ignorant. It's ignorant of you to say.
I don't think people need a fully automatic light machine gun. Like I agree with that ban. Like you don't need a fully automatic.
Thing is, you ban guns. Guess what? One person gets a gun illegally. Guess what he's gonna do? Kill everybody because no one have a gun to protect themselves.
That's why I say every household should have a gun because that's defense. You know, I would never live somewhere where I couldn't defend myself.
And if you have a gun in your house, you know, if you have a kid that might be a little crazy, sometimes you can lock it up. Like my stepdad has a gun in our house and it's in a safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
But like,
I saw something in a movie actually the other day. It was a fingerprint safe, and I know they have these obviously.
Yeah,
but
they do.
You put your hand on it and it unlocks it, and it just boom.
I think that's a lot more convenient.
And that's a little better than like the
because like
safe, like in
something's in your house. What are you opening the safe?
Yeah, exactly. No, this is like in the movie. That's what it was. Someone was downstairs, so he just pulled up in his drawer, put his hand on it. It like lifts open. He grabs it.
That's pretty sick.
And goes.
That's pretty badass.
And it was sweet, and it was in the movie too, which I'm surprised because like Hollywood generally has like the liberal view, you know, anti-gun.
Yeah.
But the movie actually had like the gun, get ready, boom.
Well, what's weird is you see all like people say ban guns, but you see all these. You very rarely do you hear about these stories actually. Of someone with a gun saving the day.
Yeah.
But it happens more so than you would think. You know, someone's mass shooting or like someone's killing people, someone's gun shoots them, ends it. You know.
Yeah, the media just loves to take the bad things that happen and just completely wash out the good.
I actually despise the media. I don't listen to any mainstream media anymore. I haven't in a long time on Twitter. I don't look at anything on mainstream media. I look at people that I follow instead that I trust more so than like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro. I mean, because I do like that he criticizes Trump sometimes, but that's okay because you know if Trump does something,
I don't support everything Trump does either.
Yeah,
you know?
But I mean,
he's still my president though.
What was the First Step Act passed in Congress? That's like a big milestone that Trump it wasn't like promised or whatever in his like campaign like promises, but you know pulled it off, and that's like a huge milestone for his administration. Trump's doing major things, and he'll get reelected because you know he's doing a lot.
I think it's gonna be a close race though, but I don't think the Democrats have anybody.
They don't.
How are they gonna pull out Beto from
O'Rourke.
Texas?
Yeah, we talked about that. I talked about that, and that I think is the best bet. But
I'm fine with that. That man lost to Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz isn't anything special.
Yeah, Ted Cruz.
Marco Rubio will always be my guy.
I do like Rubio.
Marco is my guy.
I did like Rubio, and I did like I kind of like Cruz. I think Rubio is more of a realist. I think he's more trustworthy than Cruz.
Now,
I think Cruz is a little sus.
Now, if they pick
were you a fan of Bernie?
Bernie Sanders would never get elected.
Bernie Sanders is a joke.
Joe Biden.
Bernie said the things he wanted were a joke.
He could make a decent presidential
I heard
race.
Michelle Obama. People were saying that too. I think that'd be a joke.
Okay, I'll tell you why that's. It just I don't see that happening.
I feel like if they are gonna choose a lady though, I feel like Michelle Obama, like not to win, but to be elected for like running against somebody, I feel like she might have the most popularity among a lot of women.
For sure.
The thing is though, people say, "Oh, you don't want a woman to be president." I would love for her to be president. Carly Fiorina, or whatever her name is, from the Republican Party last election. I thought she'd be a great candidate for president. She's Republican side. I just don't want a woman president that's a Democrat. Everyone's like, oh, Hillary lost because she's female. I don't think that's true. I think a Republican woman candidate that's educated and knows what she's talking about would be a great candidate. It's just that the reason why I don't want that is because I don't want ever making such a big deal about, first woman president or fine breaking barriers. I think if a Republican woman was president, I think that would just be the best way to have the first woman president would be in the Republican Party.
I mean, of course, there are people out there who vote because I'm voted for.
Some people are.
Yeah, some people are like, oh, she's a woman, I'm not going to vote for her. But I'd say the majority of people are voting for the party that they want.
There are some ignorant people out there. Always will be, no matter what. There'll always be some ignorant people out there like that and stuff like that. But like you're saying, the majority, I don't think so.
Yeah, 100%. Most voters vote for the party they want.
People complain like, oh, there hasn't been a woman president, but women have the equal opportunity. I could do everything that a woman can do.
Yeah, they had the opportunity to go and run.
They had the opportunity. They did. They ran. It was a fair race.
People just like the other idea was better.
They lost.
It's not my fault.
She lost.
I didn't even vote. It's not my fault.
Yeah,
exactly. I'll be voting though. You can now.
I already voted.
Oh yeah. He lost, right? Did you vote for Steve?
I voted for DeWine though. Yeah, DeWine won, which is pretty big for me.
That's big. That's a big win because who's our last guy? Kasich. He
became a lot more moderate.
He was looking like a Democrat.
He was.
He said, if you don't want, he said something along the lines of, paraphrasing, if you don't want the immigrants, send them to Ohio. That's what he said.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Kasich was. I think he did really good for Ohio. His years here, as a governor, I think he did really good while he was here. But I think his last 2 years started going downhill. What's crazy is that DeWine, I like DeWine, and then I saw him shortly after he got elected when I was working. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, did he tell him you voted for him?
I wanted to tell him that, and I wanted to get a picture with him, but he was in a rush. He had a board meeting,
I should have still done it.
And he had like a security guard in front of him.
Oh, no way. Oh, yeah. See, that's what I always wondered. Who gets security? I know the governor probably does.
Barely, dude. He pulled up in probably like a 2010 old car, 2010-year-old car. And I was like caught off guard. He didn't drive.
What's the security? Oh, driving.
It was just one security guard, and he wasn't even like wearing anything.
That might be a private security.
Well, he also isn't a governor yet. Like he was
governor-elect.
Governor-elect. Like he's hasn't been.
Yeah, he's been put in office.
You know, like the governor's mansion.
Like was Trump getting that security when he was president-elect? He was getting mad security even before he was like.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure just because of Donald Trump,
yeah,
because people.
But no, even every president-elect has the Secret Service, but every running when I think it's like the top 5 or something. No, I mean that's not an exact number, but like top 5 candidates will have Secret Service.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think part of it's just the governor. He's not quite. I bet you Keith has more security than he did. But like he's had one dude, and he put up in like some old car. It was really caught me off guard. Like not even like a nice car. Pulled up, and I was like, I thought he was pulling up in like some dope black SUV or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like that just takes attention away from them, which I see why they choose that car.
Which is kind of smart as well. Actually, that's a good point. I didn't really think about it that way. But it was cool. He was a nice guy. He's really small. Like
really?
It was really weird. He was abnormally small.
That's something about like Trump that I personally like. When like he has broad shoulders, he's at like what 6'3" or something.
You want to kiss him?
Yeah.
No,
talking about his fucking features, man.
I think someone should look like a powerful leader. Like when he walks in a room,
he is.
Everyone. Everyone. He looks powerful. I mean, of course, there's people out there who. I mean, you can't take their features into consideration of how powerful they are. Like people are gonna be powerful.
Give us an example.
Yeah. Well, an example. Gandhi.
He wasn't powerful. Well, I mean, okay.
Pause.
He was influential.
Whoa.
He was
He might be the most influential leader of all time.
He was influential, but he wasn't powerful.
That's a good point. He actually has a good point there. Powerful, like making decisions, like getting people to do what he wants them to do.
Listen, Trump. Listen. Trump can mobilize the army. Gandhi.
Oh, any president can, no matter how tall or small you are.
Yeah, anyone can do that.
Oh, I don't know about anyone.
Any president.
Any president, yeah.
I bet there's not a general there hasn't been a general of the army, the highest ranking army official, that's like small little dorky dude.
Okay, don't quote me on this. It's either Stalin or Hitler, who was like 5.
Hitler was short, 10. But Hitler was good at brainwashing. He brainwashed the entire nation.
Yeah, exactly. That's powerful.
Hitler
was very powerful.
On paper, he was a great leader, yeah.
Yeah, he was Time Man of the Year.
Yeah. Was he actually?
Yeah, he was. 36
or 38. So was Stalin.
Really? Stalin killed how many people? 6 million, and so did Hitler. Killed more.
Hitler killed more.
The result of the war killed like what 30.
I'm talking million? Just like him.
Like, the Jews. Yeah, they killed 6 or 7 million. That's crazy.
And Stalin did the same thing. They both won Time Man of the Year.
That was before that. I mean,
obviously, yeah. But still,
Mussolini was also extremely short, but Mussolini, he looked powerful when you looked at him.
Yeah.
He had that arrogance to him, that like
dope
ego.
Italian guy. Yeah. Except for I don't like him obviously, but he had the dope Italian look to him. Yeah. Like the mainstream Italian look, the mustache and everything like that.
Yeah. I did a project on Mussolini. He was a genius. That like terrible things he did, but genius.
I mean, Hitler was a genius too.
Yeah.
He's just messed up as well. You can be genius and be a complete dick.
Yeah,
that's an interesting thing. Like if Hitler didn't have like a vendetta against like the Jews and everything, like if he was just trying to gain land for his country, do you think he could have had a better chance? Because
I mean, I think we read the Nazi propaganda platform in IB history, and his ideals, like if he said like every time I said Jew, don't read the word Jew, just replace it with German or like some other like name.
Nationality.
Yeah, nationality. And so we read it. And his ideals sounded perfect on paper. Like everything he said he was going to do, he did, but he added more to it against Jews. So that's what caused him.
I think if he didn't have if he didn't make the Jew, if he didn't put the Jews on the enemy side right away, if he used them, took them into the army too, it's like, hey, we're invading France, that's ours now. He might have had a better chance. Yeah. There's a movie or there's a TV show actually, which this is a great idea. It's based on a book. No, that's a great show.
Agreed.
You ever seen Roots of Evil?
I don't know if that's what it is, but it's what if Germany won World War II. So the United States
that's
now,
a good question,
all the officials speak German. The basic people, like citizens, still use English, but anyone who's elected or anything uses German. And then the West Coast went to Japanese, because they were on the Axis powers.
Yeah,
it's
pretty crazy actually.
Yeah, I watched one episode of it, and then. It's on.
Of course, America saved the day, though. World War II.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we watched this show called Roots of Evil on IB History, and it talked about how Let me think. Stalin, Hitler, Mussolini, Tito, and one other dude all lived within 1 square mile of each other as kids.
No
in the same exact
way.
neighborhood, and there was
How?
no relation between anyone besides for Stalin and Hitler.
How?
I don't know. They all lived in
That's
within
where?
1 square
What
mile.
country?
crazy.
I would like to say Austria is where I'd like to say. I'm not 100%
I didn't know
positive on
Hitler
that.
wasn't. I thought Hitler was
Hitler was from Austria. That's a fact.
Really?
Yes.
So Mussolini though.
Yeah, all within 1 square mile.
No way. Mussolini was living in Austria. Isn't he Italian?
Within 1 square
It
mile.
might be. Aren't they connecting or like touching, bordering?
I mean,
each other?
1 mile of that's. I don't think the border they were that close.
I don't know. Maybe.
That's actually insane.
Well, you gotta
That
think about
neighborhood,
it.
man. We gotta go back and burn down that neighborhood or something. Like for real.
Hunting Hitler's a great TV show on the Discovery
It-
History
it-
Channel.
Yeah, that stuff interests me.
It proves how Hitler didn't die.
Yeah.
Basically.
Did you watch it,
Yeah.
dude? Oh, he was in Argentina.
Yeah.
He got there, but then
100%.
I think he ended up I don't know. He ended up
Going somewhere else.
dying. No,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he died.
because he had what is
No,
that?
I thought he was still
Parkinson's.
alive. I thought he was still alive.
Nah. Because they said the Fourth Reich, Fourth Reich never came to be.
Yeah.
There was never a revival. But you did see how there were concentration camps down there of the Argentinians or whatever.
Yeah, I think Hitler definitely survived. I mean, like if you think about the body that they claimed was his, the DNA test on it was a female's body.
Yeah.
So like it was in Russia and they did another DNA test on it. It was a female's body. So how can Hitler die but his body was a female's body? And they found underground tunnels going to the airport and stuff like that out of his bunker that were like destroyed to where no one could see him, and they ended up finding them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that's a pretty interesting show. You would like it if you like
Yeah,
history.
that
And then
sounds
the CIA
interesting.
was made in 1947, which I think also could have had some influence. Maybe they sent someone down there to kill him, because you know what they say about the CIA and the FBI. You don't hear about the stuff they do right. You hear about the mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of
Because-
secret things that go on in there
Yeah,
that we
exactly.
have no clue about.
So they
That's
might
why-
have. The
that's
CIA
why
might have killed
that's
him.
why Obama. I think it was Obama opened the case to the whole Hitler thing. He
Oh.
there were a bunch of stuff that nobody could read and stuff like that, and he like let him out to like
Yeah.
people would
I
actually
was
explore.
thinking Trump released the JFK stuff,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I'm a
too.
big. I like that.
which
it's
I
interesting.
mean,
Why
what was
not,
the
right?
conspiracy? Someone else killed him other than Lee Harvey Oswald. It was probably someone in the. I think it was the mafia. That was the accusations or whatever.
I want to read Killing Kennedy. Bill
Yeah,
O'Reilly's
so
book.
do I.
Dude, my
Yeah.
uncle. Have you met my uncle?
Which one?
Towdy's dad.
I've heard of him. I saw, was
Yeah,
it-
he's a great guy, dude. Super smart, and he recommended the Bill O'Reilly movies or books.
books, shows, books, maybe which one?
Yeah.
Which one?
No, I was thinking he also recommended some good TV shows to me, like Peaky Blinders, which is about like
I've heard of that.
yeah, it's so good. The new season comes out today, I think.
Really?
Actually.
I definitely want to read the Killing Lincoln books, history, educate myself. I
Oh,
gotta
they have
I gotta start.
Killing-
I gotta start reading again.
Yeah,
have
stuff on like
Patton.
Lincoln and Kennedy. That stuff, especially Kennedy. I think he's very.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Lincoln's kind of more figured out.
Yeah, Lincoln. Yeah, Lincoln's more of like.
yeah, hey, we know
Like,
what happened.
it's so much. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Kennedy really.
Yeah, I don't know much about Kennedy at all.
But I've read books on Lincoln.
they made a movie about his brother's assassination too.
Hey, that's
Jack.
crazy. That's
Jack
insane,
Kennedy?
dude. What a
Yeah, that family.
Curse.
Yeah, it's a tragic.
Did you ever see that video? I forget what senator. It was not a. They were both senators, I believe, and it was a presidential race. And you know how they say the presidential debates is where like the battle's won. From remarks they say like Reagan said, "I will not let my partner's inexperience with age hinder my whatever." Not he turned it around to like counter it, and it was a
Yeah,
great big moment.
and he won. That's what helped
Yeah.
him.
But no, I'm talking about this other guy. He was like, I do the same things as Jack Kennedy. I strive to be like Jack Kennedy, and I will push Jack Kennedy's agenda. And the guy's like, "Sir, I served with Jack Kennedy, and you are no Jack Kennedy." And like that was like the big.
Yeah, that can win you
That's sick.
presidential election.
Like big stuff like that. Big claims.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I don't know anything in history that I like. So
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
big-
really interested in history. I wish
I'm a
like
big history
I wish
guy.
you could do something with history besides become like a
I
history teacher or something.
always think or
Because,
a
like,
historian.
Yeah, like
That's what
history
my-
is my favorite class by far.
I
And
can't
like
do
I love
shit
doing
with
college.
it.
Like maybe I'll get like a minor or something, but I'm not gonna major in history because I don't want to
Something-
be a history teacher.
Interesting about that is do you know about Oak Island?
My dad watched that show.
I watched it
was on
last night.
How was
yeah.
it last night? What
Oh,
happened?
it was good. Dude, they're building like you gotta watch the show.
I'll have to watch
Are
it.
you up to date at all?
Yeah, I watched last week's episode.
So that like you thing they're building.
Yeah.
They're like doing work on that, and then I think in a couple weeks there's going to be a leak on there or something. But they drill down these big holes and they're like
Yeah.
pulling up the sediment and they're figuring out stuff. But I don't know. I think they ran into like bedrock, which you cannot.
Goodbye. Yeah. It's Minecraft. I know that from
But
Minecraft.
yeah, well, it doesn't work the same way, but kind of.
That's
So
sick, though.
Oak Island, they think the Knights Templar. You ever heard of them?
No.
These like crusade. It's from the Crusade times.
Okay.
They're like religious fighters, pretty much, like almost like Jedi Knights. If kind of, you think about it.
Yeah.
They just didn't use magic force or whatever. But they
Star
they
Wars.
sailed over with some treasure to Oak Island and they buried it. And then they set like booby traps and stuff. So whenever you dig so far down, there's like seawater pours in from like this cove, right?
Mhm.
So right now they're like building off this wall at the cove, and they're gonna try to like.
Oh, so they're
excavate
trying
it.
to find this treasure,
Yeah.
It's not for sure the treasure's down there. It's
but
just,
they believe.
it's like
Yeah.
it's pretty like there's definitely a lot of evidence backing it up. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like it's a big people
It's-
been
yeah.
on Oak Island for like hundreds of years
Yeah.
trying to find the treasure.
Another thing that interests me is there's so much stuff in the ocean that we have not discovered.
Oh, dude,
Five
ocean's
There's
percent,
scary.
like
like
5%
that we've
of the
gotten-
ocean we
that we've
discovered. Like, it is like there's gonna be so many things we just haven't
The ocean
discovered
is
yet.
kinda scary,
Especially
dude.
that, yeah.
Think about how deep
If
it
someone
is.
like, I would never go down into the ocean like more than.
Dude, Atlantis is down there somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hey,
Have you seen that? Have you seen like what?
could
Have
be
you seen
something.
the history movie where they found like where Atlantis was? Like they officially
Really?
found like where it was itself.
Never seen that.
It's pretty sick actually that they prove like that Atlantis was at this location. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Actually,
I know there are like underground places. Like it looks like a city was there before, or like at least a couple buildings.
Well, Atlantis is like it's
Atlantis
like
is
it
like-
has like it's like Atlantis is like a circle, right? It's like a circle of Atlantis, but by like mountains that circled it basically. And the mountains went underwater. The two half mountains went underwater as well. So that's why people never really like knew for sure if that was what it was, if that was where it was. But then like using like a bunch of technology, they literally proved like that's where Atlantis is. You know, it's just underwater now.
Yeah. I want to know what's crazy is what could be under Antarctica because it's all frozen down there. They found
That's a good question.
it might have been a year or two ago. They found a certain like it was down in a frozen lake, so it was completely isolated if you think about it because ice is surrounding it. It was a
Yeah.
lake in Antarctica, and they found like it was either bacteria or maybe like a real small fish. It was like it's been extinct otherwise,
Yeah,
and it's nowhere else. It couldn't survive anywhere but there.
that's pretty
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah, that's cool. There's actually an Atlantis movie coming out with that one superhero character. What's like the
Aquaman.
Aquaman, yeah.
I saw
Oh,
that. I saw the
I'm not
trailer.
a big fan of Aquaman.
Neither am I.
and the movie looks pretty sick
don't-
though, dude.
Who's
Have
your
you seen
favorite?
it?
Who's your favorite superhero?
Oh, Batman by far.
Mine's Iron Man.
I'll probably go Batman or Thor.
The Dark Knight
I love
Rises
Thor.
is my favorite
See,
movie
I didn't
of all
like
time.
Thor.
Just the whole Batman series is
Yeah.
insane.
That
It was
scene
good,
with the
yeah.
Joker and him inside of the.
I don't necessarily even
um,
love the Thor movie. I feel like they're done kind of poorly in a way, but
Yeah.
I think Thor, the character itself, is badass.
I didn't like
Yeah.
Thor because like he's a god. Why can't he just zap people? You know, I never like.
It's not like that.
Yeah.
Well, I thought of it like that. That's
Well,
like
have you seen
Superman too.
have you seen
Superman's kinda
them in the
stupid.
new Avengers with his new?
Yeah.
It's almost like a pickaxe, almost
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
his new tomahawk thing he has though.
Yeah.
You just see him zapping dudes with that. That was
Yeah,
good.
I've
That was
seen
pretty
that one, yeah.
godly to me.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Superman. Why can't Superman just? Why can Batman beat up Superman? Superman is from
I actually
another
haven't even
world.
seen that movie.
Yeah, I never.
yet.
I wasn't a fan.
I heard
of
it was
that.
pretty
I
bad.
didn't see it.
I heard
so,
it's pretty bad.
But like, I didn't like the
with
whole
Ben
idea.
Affleck and the guy from
Yeah, like
Social Network
Superman
was in
can
that
never
too.
get like losing a fight. How
I'm
could
not.
Superman
I
ever
am not a
lose in
fan of
fight?
Superman personally.
Kryptonite, man.
I like
I'm fine.
Superman too.
They had the HBO show. I think it was like Smallville. Me and my dad always used to watch it. It was about Superman like as like a young like
Oh
college
yeah,
kid.
I used to see. Yeah.
That was a good show. Well done.
Really?
Well done.
Well, I think Batman's definitely badass. So
Yeah, like the Dark
Batman's
Knight Rises.
cool.
That scene with him and the Joker in the interrogation room.
the
is
best.
unbelievable.
Dude, that's
Heath Ledger playing the Joker. Like
Is-
anyone who says the new Joker's better, like there's something wrong with
who
you.
would say that?
Like, I heard
one
someone say it the other
the one
day.
from what's that movie? that has the
Suicide
Joker?
Squad.
Suicide
Yeah,
Squad?
yeah. Someone said that one was better. I don't remember who it was,
Nah.
but Heath Ledger literally slept 2 hours for a couple of months
He
just to
stared
prepare
at
for that.
he stared at walls.
hey,
he stared
yeah.
at walls
I'll
to
tell
literally make
you-
himself a psychopath.
I'll tell you who is in Suicide Squad. Margot Robbie.
I don't know who that is.
You know,
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street girl.
Oh, the wife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she,
yeah.
is she
Naomi.
really?
Yeah, she
She's
is.
good looking.
Wow.
It's a great movie too.
Yeah, it's a very good movie.
It's a wonderful movie.
Yeah, that's the life I'm trying to
Wolf of Wall
live.
Street. Yeah.
Loading
That
cocaine
guy,
every
that
day.
guy's still around today. He does like motivational speaking or whatever.
Yeah,
He's like a good salesman though. Have you ever seen that video? Like he's like he goes in somewhere and he's like selling
I'm
something.
at the end of the
Who are we
movie.
talking about?
They have it at the end of the
Jordan
movie too.
Belfort?
Oh, Jordan.
They have it at the end of the movie too, like a scene like what he
Oh,
does
that's
now.
like the pen,
Yeah.
or it's in front of a stage. Yeah, I know
That's
what you're
that's
talking
like
about.
pretty much what he does now, right? Isn't
Yeah.
He's pretty badass.
Yeah, he wrote a couple books. I think it'd be cool to read his books, Ben Shapiro's books, Trump's books, Bill O'Reilly's books. I heard O'Reilly has like the Killing Everybody. He has Killing Patton, which General Patton was like. If you read it, like it proves that he like got killed somehow.
Oh, really?
From what I heard.
Bill O'Reilly's a smart guy.
Ben Shapiro's a guy I'd like to learn more about. I don't like, of course, like I know like the main stuff about him, but I don't know enough about him yet. I need to read up on him.
Sick.
He has said that he won't run for office more today than he would like 10 years ago because like the political climate, like people are hating on everybody. Like
he wouldn't run
Trump,
for office.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Yeah, like he was at Ohio State a couple weeks ago.
I know.
In the union.
I didn't hear about it at all.
I was playing Xbox with my brother, and he was like, "Oh, Ben Shapiro's here."
Yeah, he had a.
There was a little like rally going out, like right outside his dorm with people. What are you gonna call it?
Protesting.
Yeah.
Dude, how could you protest Shapiro? He's generally like a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's not even like super
he's
extreme.
Fair, bipartisan.
Yeah,
He's not even extreme.
People just take what the media says about him and just go and take that.
He's literally not even like super far right. He's just so educated and literally uses strictly facts, which is why I like him.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever somebody like quantifies information, I think it's so much more valid than just saying some random bullshit.
That's why have you ever watched like the Change My Mind series?
I've not
Steven
seen
Crowder. Have you watched that, Billy?
Yes, a little bit.
It's actually like he literally will argue with like people about stuff, and he'll pull out facts.
Yeah.
Like he'll pull out the craziest facts, and then the thing is though, he can back up his facts because he has literally like his sources of where he got his facts from, and like proving that it's real. Like he literally is and he beats people in conversations with straight facts, no personal or anything. Like he will end them like completely.
Yeah, like when someone comes out and says something, someone's like, "Well, like how do you know that?" And they have nothing to say. It's like. Know what you're talking about. Yeah. Have something to back up your information.
Like this guy, he roasts the hell out of people I'm talking about. Dude. Like I believe two genders. About change my mind. Like I believe race culture isn't real. Change my mind. Stuff like that. And like he's like he convinces some people. Some people obviously people are like too ignorant to like.
That's the worst. When someone is too ignorant to listen to your side of the argument is the worst.
What I think is like people make up their mind and they'll ignore the facts.
Yeah, I'll have my personal opinion, but I'll listen to the facts you have to tell me. If you're giving me your full only opinion and stuff, I won't listen to you. If you give me legit facts that are quantified and you have stuff to back up, I'll listen to you.
Yeah, agreed.
See, I'll always listen to every opinion, even if it's wrong, because I think I think it's good to know how people think.
If your opinion completely, I 100% disagree, I would tell you to stop talking.
Well, no,
if you have nothing to back it up, I will tell you to stop.
To beat your enemy, you have to know how they think.
Yeah, but like if they're just giving their opinion without having any factual stuff
obviously
behind
if something's like completely radically like wrong, then but
like I mean, there's like certain things someone will tell me, I'm like, I'm not listening to you.
Yeah, of course. All right, well, I think that's our time. It's been episode 9 of the Consistent Genius podcast. Thanks, our dog. Give us a quick woof woof. Come on, one time.
Woof woof.
Yeah, baby. Thanks, Morabeto, for coming on.
Of course.
This has been the Christmas episode. We'll see our dog back hopefully. Morabeto back, of course.
I'll be back.
Have a great Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes, Merry Christmas
to everyone.
Season.
Spend some time with your family. Have some fun.
New Year's following that,
Subscribe to the Consistent Genius podcast on iTunes. It's whatever.
iTunes, not on Twitch. This is the next couple episodes, but
yeah, it'll be live on Twitch. Well, we didn't stream it last Tuesday. It's confusing. But I'm working on getting Consistent Genius T-shirts actually. So we'll see what happens.
But I hope everyone gets in the giving mood.
Yeah, we'll get in spirit.
But
tip your waitresses based on their refills. All right, we're heading out. Thanks for watching.
See you later.
Peace.